Welcome to the Embarrassing Our Future Kids podcast. We are a newly married couple making a record for our life together for our as yet non-existent kids to listen to in the future. And we suspect they will be very embarrassed when they do. I'm Antonette.
And I am Philip.
Hello, everyone.
So this is the 4th episode we've recorded, but only the 3rd episode that we're going to publish.
Hopefully.
Because the last episode we recorded had serious technical difficulties. And it was just a tremendous episode as well. We talked about the Constitution of the United Kingdom, calling elections, and we connected that to Socrates.
Did we?
The view of Socrates. Yeah, do you remember?
No.
We talked about Socrates and Plato's Republic.
About Star Trek and Star Wars.
Yeah, we also talked about that, okay. Yes. But we talked about Francis Fukuyama.
Yeah, I suppose.
I'm bigging it up at how amazing an episode it was.
Yeah.
And it was lost to history.
That's fine. You have a recording, but it's
not good. So the noise cancelling filter was set too sensitively. Mine was all right. It was yours that it was getting like every other syllable. So I think because you were speaking slightly quieter last time than normal. Mainly because... So my great plan was to record the episode after the Wrexham game. And Wrexham had been winning a few games.
No, let's not talk about...
Yeah, they lost 5-0 and then we recorded a podcast. So you were a bit subdued when you were speaking. And as a result, the noise filter was too sensitive on your mic.
It's subdued. I'm fuming inside. And I'm just fuming.
And then I rambled on about my weird relationship with Star Wars for about 45 minutes, which was not... Because the thing is, my idea was I was going to just talk about Star Wars and Star Trek for 45 minutes and then cut it down to about 15. But the problem is you had to listen to the whole incoherent spewing.
That was unbearable.
Oh, then they brought up dating another woman. So.
Yeah, not that, but
that. So all of which resulted in you. So of all the recordings, of all our many, many recordings, I think that was...
Yeah, that was unbearable for me. I just wanted to get off my seat. And I just wanted to get out. I was just not in the mood.
So do we have to do the corrections from episode 2 again? I suppose we do. We'd redo the corrections. So essentially, I referred to my PE teacher, my old PE teacher, as Mr. Johns, and his name was Mr. Jones. But the thing is, we're listening back to the recording from the last time I did this correction, I kept saying Johns, which makes me think that every time I say Jones, like throughout all my life, I've actually said Johns. Even now I have to force myself to say Jones.
I don't know.
So you haven't...
Maybe you have dyslexia, so I suppose...
Because I'm from Wales, have I been... half the people in Wales are called Jones.
Oh yeah, even your auntie is named...
Yeah, I don't refer to my auntie by her.
Yeah, I know, but she... one of her surnames is Jones.
What else?
I'm surprised you would not...
Oh yeah, I put on a Welsh accent when I was... quoting Mr. Jones.
Well, you're Welsh, so yes.
I suppose, but I didn't realise I was doing.
You have a Welsh accent,
Walian
accent.
He did have a very thick Welsh accent.
Well, apparently you have a North Walian accent.
That's what people say. Well, the thing is, a lot of people when they first meet me don't notice I have a Welsh accent. It's only when they know me for a while that they start picking it up. Yeah, I think that was it for the corrections from the last episode, which was the episode before last for us.
Okay, so what are we going to talk about?
Well, we're going to the US week after next.
Oh, yes.
So we could
exciting.
Talk about that. I don't know. I like to try and keep the podcast sort of timeless, but I think we can say that. We can say the date. It is the 1st of October.
Yeah.
In the year of our Lord 2023.
Okay.
The 2nd year of His Majesty's reign.
Very specific.
And so, that's where we are in history, just because, US politics is a presidential election next year, which looks interesting.
Oh my God. Obviously, of course you're going to insert that bit.
Well, no, it's going to be an interesting one. Could have a former president running. for the
Oh,
first time in a very
gosh.
long time.
We're not gonna be we're not going down to that rabbit hole.
Okay.
That's called
Oh.
US politics.
Well, I'm a political scientist. I'm going to be dispassionate. I'm not going to state my views. I'm just saying it's interesting historically to have a former president potentially running.
It is.
Well, I mean, a former president is definitely running, but whether he'll get the nomination or not is interesting. And then you have a first-term president who, there's questions as to whether he's going to run again. And normally it's a foregone conclusion. I mean, he's announced he's running again.
I'm not going to give any comment.
Okay.
I'll get in trouble. Even though no one's going to listen to this podcast, but yeah. I'd rather not put myself on record.
I mean, you can talk about British politics if you want. There's probably going to be a general election next year in the UK.
I'm not going to talk about politics in general in a podcast.
Or we could talk about our holiday.
Yes, that is much more exciting.
So we're flying to San Francisco.
Yeah, we should not give specific dates. It's,
No.
Against security.
Yeah. I mean, what we can say is a hotel that we've booked during our American road trip hasn't opened yet. And we should be staying there in the next 3 weeks.
So, that's true. I'm slightly apprehensive
and
that it's not going to open.
The grand opening, the official grand opening,
is the day before. They're accepting reservations from the 18th of October. Yep. So that's the day before we're due to be booked in. So we're one of the.
I mean, everything should be clean.
That's going to be there.
But whether things are not working.
Exactly. Or whether
it's a chain, Hyatt.
Or whether it's going to actually open.
Yeah, maybe they'll call and say, sorry, not finished.
Oh, God. And then we're going to be homeless.
No. Well, there's other hotels around we can go to. And probably they'll give us, they're a big chain. So probably if they have to cancel on us, they're going to give us a lot of compensation money.
Yeah, I suppose.
Which would be nice.
They're probably going to move us to another hotel.
Yeah.
But then that freaks me out because then I have no control over which hotel. And, me, has to be type of hotel that's up to standard.
Yeah. So we're going to San Francisco, staying there for just a day, and then we're off to
Vegas. Viva Las Vegas.
Yeah. Gonna do some gambling, go to the casino, win $1 million.
I was hoping we could win a minimum of $10,000.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Because that would cover...
Let's not go over the top. Let's just win.
Yeah, 10,000. But I suppose winning $10,000 would cover a lot of our costs.
I'm assuming we're going to lose money at the casino, but I'm okay with that because I find it entertaining. Well, you could pay $200 to watch a show, or you could pay $200 to have a good fun at a casino.
As long as you could accept that loss, it's not going to do any harm to you.
Yeah, treat it as entertainment. You pay for entertainment.
Yeah, if you're going to
bet, casino is entertaining.
You can bet, like $1 million, but if $1 million doesn't mean a thing to you, or it doesn't make a dent to your finances, then so be it.
Well, I'm going to say $100 each, I think.
Yeah, but, it's always relative.
Yeah. No, I mean for us.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to bet, I'm not saying we're going to bet $1 million.
But I always
we don't have $1 million, but
I was going to casino assuming I'm going to come out down.
Oh yeah, obviously there's no expectations.
Yeah, okay. You just said you wanted to win 10 grand.
Yeah, that's my hope, but it's not like,
Oh, you're going to definitely, yeah, that'll be nice.
That's my hope.
That's the nice to have.
Yeah, okay. It's a nice to have, but if I don't come out,
and then
plus with $10,000 in my pocket, I won't be sad or I won't be disappointed.
And then from Las Vegas, we're going to Arizona, to the Grand Canyon and to Antelope Canyon.
Yes. It's going to be exciting.
Yep. And then
we're going to be a lot of hiking.
I'm going to bring my hiking boots.
Yep. I have my trekking sandals.
Nice. And then we're going to go to Joshua Tree.
Oh, yes. For like 2 days-ish.
Yeah, should be nice.
Well, 2 nights, 3 days.
That's just going to be like relaxing, walking around.
Yeah, in our villa. A beautiful villa that we rented.
Yeah.
And then we're going to probably go briefly to the national park just to see what's there.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And then we're off to...
Dip into the pool. Are you going to dip into the pool?
If you want. Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Yeah, we are.
I need to cover up.
Exploit the pool.
No, because I burn very easily, so I want to be covered.
Yeah, of course you're gonna cover. Well, during the night as well. During the evenings. I'm gonna dip into the pool too.
And then we're going to drive back to San Francisco, but we're passing by the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library. So we're going to stop there.
Oh yeah.
Mainly because they have the old plane that was Air Force One.
Like the full plane?
Yeah, they have the full plane.
Can you get inside?
Yeah, you can go inside.
Oh wow.
So it's the plane
I did not know that.
So it's Ronald Reagan was the last president to have that aircraft and used it as Air Force One, because when he left office, the 747, which is currently used, came in. And in fact, George H.W. Bush, when he became president and started using the new Air Force One, the 747s, he was very keen to tell all the reporters, look, I didn't order these. This was Reagan, because they were like very fancy and very posh.
Well, that's how presidents are. They always change stuff.
I think the aircraft they have there, Ronald Reagan's Air Force One, was the one that Kennedy used. I think Kennedy was the first president to use it. And so it was the one that he took to Dallas and
when he was assassinated.
So like, his body was flown black on that plane. Also, I think Nixon, when Nixon flew to China to meet Chairman Mao, that was the plane.
So what type of plane?
The aircraft is a Boeing 707.
Ah, okay. Don't know.
Yeah.
But there's a new Air Force One, like at the moment being produced, because I remember that Trump initially wanted to change the exterior colors of Air Force One to like more of a red, and then I think when Biden came to the office, he has overridden it and changed it back to the original colors.
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
I do. Yeah.
So is the new Air Force One already produced or already in use?
I don't know. I don't think it is. I know that, yeah, you're right. Trump did order a new one with new livery, but I think Biden reversed it.
Yeah, because he wants red and
yeah.
I don't know. Like, it completely change it, but then, yeah.
That design was designed by Jackie Kennedy.
Why would he change something that works and already recognizable? You know, when you see Air Force One, it's like blue, not red.
I think he wants to put his stamp on it.
All right, let's not go into that rabbit hole.
Need some gold on the side.
Gold?
Yeah.
Isn't that too ostentatious?
Yes. I bet he has gold cutlery inside as well. Yeah, so then
moving on.
Also in the Reagan Presidential Library is a replica of the Oval Office.
Oh, that's good.
And then they've got lots of exhibits, like the suit he was wearing when he was shot.
Do the White House offer tours?
They do, but only for US citizens.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Disappointing. I do want to see what's inside it. Only for US citizens.
Wow. Yes, and I think they don't see the West Wing. They only see like the ceremonial parts, the East Wing.
How about the Oval Office? Certainly not.
No, I don't think so. It's a working office.
Off limits.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I mean, at least they do.
There's a set, right, of the White House has the replica of the rooms.
Oh, there's loads of sets all over the place.
I mean, like, movies like The White House or
The West Wing.
London Has Fallen, or...
No, it's not
What
London,
is the other one?
Olympus Has Fallen.
Olympus Has Fallen.
Yeah.
They do have...
What was the other? What's the other Has Fallen franchise? Angel Has Fallen.
Angel Has Fallen, yeah.
Which we thought, when we first saw that, that meant Air Force One, because the plane, the primary Air Force One plane at the moment is called Angel. But it wasn't. It's about a guy called Angel. Or was he called Angel?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, anyways, I was disappointed. It should have been Air Force One. It was just like the Air Force One movie, which is one of my faves.
You know, there is no escape pod.
Yeah, I know. Obviously,
that's a.
It's for theatrics.
Or at least they say there's no escape pod.
What you call the artistic license? That one.
Yes, dramatic license.
For dramatic effect.
Yeah,
I still love that movie though.
At least officially, they say there's no pod. Maybe.
Obviously.
Yeah. So it should be a good trip.
Well, yeah. So he's.
Oh yeah, we stopped at. So and then from Ronald Reagan's library, we go back to San Francisco. And then we tour San Francisco a bit, do the sights, Alcatraz, and many a restaurant you have picked.
Oh yeah, Alcatraz. Is it like Guantanamo, Alcatraz? Is it
No,
what Guantanamo? No, I know what a Guantanamo is. Obviously, that's where you put away the terrorists. But was Alcatraz like the Guantanamo Bay before?
no, Alcatraz was just a normal prison.
Ah,
but
why is it an island then?
to prevent escape.
Ah, people can swim.
Well,
It's not that far away.
lots of people tried to escape. Whether or not they succeeded, there's a few that escaped and then were never heard from again.
Oh, they died.
And so, well, they either died in the bay or they did manage to escape and then managed to evade the law. But it seems like it's more likely they just died in the bay.
You could literally just create a floating device and then just...
Yeah, it's probably easier said than done.
Yeah.
Also, the currents, I think, go out to the sea.
Yeah. Fairs.
There's a museum now.
I know. It has like a souvenir shop.
I don't. We went there. I went there in 22 years ago.
Oh gosh, you're old.
Yeah. Indeed. I was a young man. How old was I? I was 15.
Yeah, you're a teenager. Yeah, so you're an old man because that was
16.
That was 22 years ago.
Yeah, 16.
So you were 16 at that time plus 22. So
now I'm old.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right.
You're an old man. Why did I marry an old man?
You're not too far behind.
Yeah, I know I'm not. Yeah.
It's not like the age gap is massive.
Yeah, I'm gonna be right up there soon. Okay, and then we're gonna go to the Napa Valley.
Oh yes, I forgot about that.
I did want to stay there, but it was expensive.
Are we going to go to the French Laundry?
What is that?
Oh, it's a Michelin star restaurant.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where?
In Napa Valley.
Oh, okay. Have you booked?
No, I was asking if you wanted.
Of course. So our aim is to at least try a Michelin restaurant in all of our trips. So the last time we had a trip together, we were in Barcelona.
Yes.
We tried this Michelin star restaurant. What was the name?
Thomas Keller. He's the French Laundry guy.
Oh, okay.
He's the
No,
chef.
but what is the name of the restaurant we've been to in Barcelona?
Oh, no, I can't
Starts
remember.
with an O.
Yeah, some Catalan name. It's very good.
Yeah, the chef was good looking. And he was young too, and I was just amazed that he came out and he was so cool being the chef.
You fancied him.
Yeah, I always admire chefs. Also, he's really handsome, and he's not full on. He has this subtle face.
I'm just looking at the menu.
Maybe I was just euphoric from the food.
I'm just looking at the menu on the French Laundry website.
So how many stars is it?
3 Michelin stars.
Wow.
Yeah.
3 Michelin stars come with a hefty price.
There's no prices at all. I think it's one of the places, if you need to ask the price, you can't afford it.
Oh, remember the Michelin star restaurant in Washington, D.C.? That was really good
amazing.
too. And that was really expensive.
And you had to book, you had to wait for bookings.
I know.
Yeah, they only opened bookings 1 week before. And so I was in the UK refreshing their website, like at midnight Washington time, which was 5 a.m. UK time.
Yeah.
Waiting for the new times to come up for the day that we were going to be there.
Yeah, so we know it's the real deal. Yeah, because it burned a hole in our pocket. But
Indeed.
that was easily up there. I think I remember the scallops. Oh, that was really good. That was one of the best. So no price for this one? Are you sure we could afford it? Because we have a price range.
I mean, I can see the menu, but
maybe
there's no.
Maybe search in TripAdvisor how much do you normally spend.
Oh, it says that if you want mac and cheese as a supplement to their tasting menu, it's an additional $155
for a bloody mac and cheese.
Yeah. That's a supplement.
What type of mac and cheese?
White truffle.
Oh God!
But
so this is one of the meals where they just put truffles and then it triples or quadruples the price. I'm not gonna beat that. I'm not gonna be
We don't. The thing
enabling
is, we don't
that.
know what the price of the rest of the menu is. So if it's
Wait, the
$155
French Laundry
supplements, that could be like
price
10
menu
10%.
price $350 a person. That is expensive.
Yes, maybe. I mean, I think there's an In-N-Out burger in Napa
Whoa!
Valley as well.
French Laundry launches $850 per person indoor dining experience.
Maybe not. We can look at it from the outside.
You know what? For that price,
I mean, I think that one meal was more than our flights. So
yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
so-
not.
maybe not.
Maybe skip this. Skippity skip.
Yes, we'll just look at it from the outside and take a picture.
There's a certain price point that I'm willing to pay.
Yeah, for a nice experience, but
What type of food is it?
I think it's French cuisine.
Yeah, I think Michelin star restaurants are actually really expensive because you pay for the Michelin star.
Yes.
But to be fair, it's really good. So far, the Michelin star restaurants I've been to, they live up to their Michelin star.
Yes, I think Michelin is very
They
on
are
that.
reliable, to be fair. So if you want like a gastronomic experience and euphoria, yes, you definitely have to go
yeah.
and
I'd say so.
try. So you wanted to try French Laundry?
Yes, but not if it meant remortgaging the house.
Also, remember we're going to Hakkasan, Las Vegas, so that will cost.
That's
some
going to be
money.
pricey. Oh yeah, we love Hakkasan. So we tried.
But to be
we
fair,
tried. How many Hakkasan that we've tried? There's 2 in London, and we tried both of them. Is that right?
we have tried a lot.
Have we?
I know that was Roka.
Okay, yeah. No, don't get.
Oh, I get them mixed up. So I told my mom that we're going to Hakkasan. I told her, "Oh, you know that buffet?" And then, gosh, that was Roka.
Yeah, it's Roka. Yeah. So Roka, Roka is Japanese and Hakkasan is
know.
Cantonese. So
So
these
we've
are
tried.
2 groups of people
No,
you don't
no,
really
yeah,
want to get mixed
yeah,
up.
I know. But how did I make that mistake? So we did the underground hackathon, and then
In somewhere place by Centre Point.
yeah, the dodgy.
Off
you
it's
need
off
to go to a
Tottenham
dodgy alley.
off
which is
Tottenham
weird.
Court Road. Yeah, it's weird. You go up this dodgy alley
Sorry, yeah.
off
You pay
Tottenham
what-
Court Road and
It
then there's like
doesn't live up to the price.
and then there's a door and there's normally like a bouncer there who says
Yeah.
hello. Have
To
you
be
got a
fair, once you get inside, it's really
It's
nice.
really
and
nice inside, yes.
calming, relaxing.
But yeah, it is up a dodgy alley.
Yeah,
And-
with
and-
dodgy. And
but-
the state of London nowadays is actually quite.
Yeah. But the
dirty.
other Hakkasan is in Mayfair, in the building where Queen Elizabeth II was born.
Have we been there?
Yes.
Hakkasan Mayfair. Oh yeah.
We went there when you went for your wedding dress fitting first time.
Oh yes. Well, that's kind of right up our alley there. The Mayfair one is.
Yeah.
No, does live up to.
Yes, yeah. Well, it's where it's where the Queen was born, so And I'm sure the one in Las Vegas would be nice.
Oh yes.
A friend of mine went to Las Vegas and he thought, oh, Las Vegas can be a bit like Blackpool. And he said it is not like Blackpool.
What do you mean? It's like Blackpool.
I thought, you walk
haven't
along
been
the
to
prom.
Blackpool.
You walk along the prom in Blackpool, and there's lots of lights, and there's some casinos in Blackpool, and they've got the tower. It's like it's just going to be like that in Las Vegas. Apparently, it's not really comparable.
I think it's a bit posh in Vegas. I mean, if you go to the right areas.
Yes, I think so.
And I would hope those right areas are where we're gonna be.
Seems like something we'd do. All right. Do you have any topics to go through?
No, I don't. The topic is the trip.
Okay, that was your topic. Oh, well done.
This San Francisco trip. This might be an interesting piece of
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah. What did mommy and daddy do before they had kids when they went on holidays?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We can have a debrief as well once we've done the trip.
Definitely, yeah. That's probably going to be the next episode.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
This-
So do you
this
want
time-
to talk about Star Wars? Because you seem sad that we're not talking about Star Wars.
Well,
But we've talked about it last week, and I listened.
well, I can truncate it down because having listened to my spewing.
Yeah.
about
So did you realize it was
Yeah.
quite long-winded?
Yeah, but I mean I did that deliberately so I can cut it down and make
It
myself
was.
sound coherent.
It was the longest. 30. How long was it? An hour of my life.
There's 40 minutes talking
I
about
was-
Star Wars. But my idea was to cut it down to 10 minutes, and then I'd sound like clever and quick and smart.
Okay. Why don't you just, why don't you, what I mean is you need to go straight to the point.
So essentially, I grew up, when I grew up in the early 90s, Star Trek was on a lot on the BBC. They repeated the original series and the animated series, and then new episodes of Next Generation was on. And every Easter and every Christmas, they showed all of the Star Trek films. And then later in the decade, they were showing Deep Space Nine, which I love, and Voyager. And so I didn't really watch Star Wars at all until the early 2000s, when the prequels came out. And so I watched the original trilogy and then the prequels. And I didn't think any of them were that great.
Yep.
I think it's because I projected on Star Trek. And I think you need to watch Star Wars. Probably you need to watch Star Trek 2 when you're young so that you can get into them.
I'm not going to watch any of it.
Well, I think you're too old now. You need to do it when you're like a kid. You need to watch them.
I'm not going to watch any of it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I watched, people said, oh, the prequels were much worse than the original trilogy. But I think they're about as bad as each other.
Mm-hmm.
They're bad for different reasons. But, I don't. Anyway, then when I was looking for work in 2009, and then when I first started work, the pretty much the only sci-fi on was this new series called The Clone Wars, which was a Star Wars animated series. And so, Star Wars has a TV series, because Star Wars before then was a movie-based franchise compared to Star Trek, which is primarily a TV franchise. So I started watching it, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mainly because of the character arc of
Ahsoka
Tano.
Ahsoka, the woman with the cat hair or something.
I think they're called Laku.
Yeah, a cat hair. Cat, I don't know, because it has like cat-like prints.
I think, she's supposed to have grown up on a planet with
cats.
Yeah, with like big cats.
Ah, so I was right. It's like cat hair.
Yeah, I think that was it. So she was introduced as Anakin Skywalker's Padawan or apprentice, and Dave Filoni, who wrote the Clone Wars cartoon, knew that Star Wars fans would hate this new character being shoehorned in because she wasn't mentioned at all in any of the subsequent films set after the Clone Wars. And so it's like, well, where does this character come from? How can she fit in? So he deliberately gave her character flaws, and then so that people would definitely hate her. And then over the course of the Clone Wars, he slowly gave her experiences that resulted in her character flaws being overcome. And so she has this great character arc, really.
Is that why you like her?
That's why I like her, yeah. And then...
Yeah, you like Ahsoka.
Yeah, I like Ahsoka. I think she's probably one of the strongest characters in all of Star Wars. And I can't remember when I stopped watching it, but during the pandemic, when we got Disney Plus, that I thought, the Clone Wars is on. I remember quite liking that. So I watched the last few series of the Clone Wars, and the last 4 episodes are set at the same time as Revenge of the Sith, which is the last movie in the prequels, where at the end of which, spoiler alert for Revenge of the Sith, a 20-year-old film, that's when Order 66 is executed and all the Jedi throughout the galaxy are wiped out. Anyway, the last 4 episodes of the Clone Wars TV series are set concurrently with Revenge of the Sith. And watching the scene where Ahsoka is surrounded by these clone troopers who have just been given the order to kill her is like, my heart was really beating very fast during that scene. It was quite a tense scene because I didn't know if she survived or not. What I did know was that she wasn't mentioned in any subsequent movies. And so you don't think, well, that sort of suggests she doesn't survive. And the weird thing is, this kids' cartoon was, I think, better written, more tense, more dramatic than the adult film Revenge of the Sith that was set at the same time. And it's strange. Like, how did this kids' cartoon manage to do it better? Yeah. And the last scene where so Darth Vader finds Ahsoka's lightsabers in the snow. It's yeah, I did love it.
Got hooked.
I got hooked. The weird thing is, Dave Filoni, who wrote the Clone Wars, did plan to kill her off because she wasn't in the original set of films, which was set after the Clone Wars. And there's this big thing about Luke and Leia being the only Jedi left in the entire galaxy. And it's like, well, hang on, if Anakin Skywalker's apprentice is rocking around, why what's all the focus on these? So his idea was to kill her off. But the thing is, having deliberately made her dislikable and then correcting her character traits throughout the course of the Clone Wars, she became one of the most beloved characters in all of Star Wars. And so he couldn't bring himself to kill her off, which causes some canon issues and continuity issues. But I don't think anyone really cares about that.
Yeah, if they love the character, then they won't.
The series they made last year, the animated series called Tales of the Jedi, sort of tries and fills in some of the gaps. Half the episodes are about Ahsoka, like Ahsoka being born and discovering she's a Jedi, and then her training with Anakin, some missing training, and sort of trying to correct a plot hole where how come Ahsoka was able to survive being attacked by the clones, but so many much more experienced Jedi weren't. And so there's a whole episode just rectifying that plot hole. And then there's another episode with Ahsoka where she's depicting her after the fall of the Republic during the time of the Empire and how she joined the rebellion. But there's a scene in that where she's discovered by an Inquisitor, who are the people sent out to try and hunt down and kill the remaining Jedi. And there's sort of a nod to the fact she was supposed to be killed off when this Inquisitor finds her and says, "Can it be?
You're supposed to be dead. Ahsoka Tano."
And then she grabs his lightsaber and kills him.
So she's
This is a kid's cartoon. It's a great thing. It's a little nod to, she was...
But now
she was actually
there's
supposed
like
yeah, so now
real life.
Yeah, so now there's a live action.
Yeah, live action.
And so this is where... because a lot of Star Wars fans have just seen the movies or just seen the live action. And they haven't seen the Clone Wars where Ahsoka was introduced. They haven't seen Rebels where she was like a main character in series 2 and 3. And they haven't seen Tales of the Jedi. So they don't actually know who this character is, even though they consider themselves to be big Star Wars fans. Whereas me, I don't consider myself to be a Star Wars fan. My franchise is Star Trek. And, that's the one that I imprinted on when I was young.
Yeah.
And I never feel very at home in Star Wars. I feel like I'm visiting someone else's house. Whereas when I watch Star Trek, I feel like, oh, I belong here. I know this so well. I know everything about it. So it's very strange, like me feeling like a visitor to the Star Wars universe, reading and hearing reviews from people about this new Ahsoka live action series.
You don't like it?
They don't understand what's going on. Because really, if you haven't have watched Clone Wars or Rebels, then you would have no idea who Ahsoka is. You have no idea who literally any of the characters in the series are. They're all from either Clone Wars or
Are
Rebels.
you lurking in those review boards?
Well, no, I'm interesting. And then, so there was this one guy, I think he works for New Rock Stars, which is a review site. He said, I've seen like the original trilogy of Star Wars hundreds of times. I've seen every film. I've seen every live action. And, I consider myself, I write about Star Wars for a living. And I'm watching this Ahsoka series and I have no idea what's going on.
You should have responded and say watch the cartoon.
Well, oh, don't worry. Lots of Star Wars fans have said that you need to watch the cartoon. He knows that. He says, yeah, I should have watched the cartoons, but I thought it's a kid's cartoon.
Yeah, this is my reaction. Oh, it's a kid's cartoon.
It is a kid's cartoon. But yeah, I think sometimes the best things for children are actually, or for adults, the best, like Harry Potter is big amongst adults.
I love Harry. Up until now, I rewatch it. I've rewatched it, I don't know, multiple times.
Yeah. And how many times have you read Harry Potter?
3.
3 times. Yeah. Your mom always says that that's why your eyesight is so bad, that you read Harry Potter.
I just love it so much. I wish I was in Hogwarts. You know?
It seems like a very dangerous school to be in. I think.
No,
how
it's
does it
not.
how does it pass health and safety inspection? Like every year, a
They
couple
have
of kids get
magic
killed.
to mend you. Unless you're having the abracadabra curse. Or the curses. Anyways, yeah. But then, Harry Potter's not really cartoon, though. It's live action.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
suppose
the books are great.
that's it. So
All right.
I don't think I'll ever feel truly at home in Star Wars, but it is weird, like having a greater knowledge of Star Wars than some people consider themselves to be hardcore Star Wars fans.
Well, trust me. You'll know better than me
Yeah.
about both Star Trek
I
and
am
Star Wars with Distance.
I am a hardcore Star Trek fan.
Yeah,
I
judging by
consider-
your bookshelf.
Oh yes, for purposes of the tape, Antonette is looking at a bookshelf behind me with many a Star Trek book. You've seen a few episodes of Star Trek.
Have I? With
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, with me.
Yeah, but I normally zone out.
Oh, okay. You haven't seen any Star Wars, have you? Or you see bits of Ahsoka.
I think Star Wars. Yeah, no, not really.
Yeah.
I mean, I know about the lightsaber, but that's about it.
That's about it. You know, it's set in
R2D2, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm just not into it because it's like
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
space.
You're
and-
not really into sci-fi or magic. Yeah, I do.
I like sci-fi where it involves spies.
I like Tenant. You like Tenant?
Maybe talk about Tenet and magical realism because that
Yes.
one I was like so confused at first, and I
But
mean I
then-
was like about to not watch it,
Yeah.
but it was actually
I think
quite
if
good.
it wasn't for the spying aspect,
I wouldn't
you would
watch
have
it.
zoned out.
But because it was about spying, see,
Yeah.
maybe those are I can go into magical realism
Yeah.
when there's a spying aspect.
Because you really another magical realism film is Everything Everywhere All
Oh
at Once.
God, that was atrocious.
You were like angry with me that we watched that.
See,
What was the
the-
other one? Palm
it
Springs.
depends. Yeah,
that was
no, I
magical.
don't like it.
Magical realism.
It depends on the plot.
Yeah. Okay.
I want like action, like thrillers, crime, like something to solve or something to find out.
Yes.
Not this weird stuff.
The weird thing is with Tenant, yeah, there's magical realism, but like the magical part, people are just very matter of fact about it. It was like, oh, okay, you can travel backwards in time.
I
Alright.
did not understand that bit until like later.
I think that's. I think with Tenant, I think you have to watch it a few times to
I
really
was
get
like,
it.
what is going on?
But the thing is, it's like, oh,
But
okay.
you understood it almost immediately.
yeah.
Why?
I think. Well, the thing is, I've watched a lot of science fiction, and so.
And I've learned physics, but why can't why?
Well, the thing is, I've learned. I did, pop physics through science fiction. So,
Oh God! So it's not even real physics.
well, it's sort of, it's physics that is in line with our current understanding of time, but like the technology to implement it is so big, like the energy needed and all of that.
Well, to me, it's like bollocks and quite impossible. I mean, it's not realistic.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible to
So-
reverse entropy, really.
Yeah, I don't even understand any. Well, I just did not understand Tenet at first until like later on. Well, maybe we could discuss it next time
Oh yeah, okay,
because
we can.
this is gonna be long-winded.
Yeah, okay.
If we discuss Tenet, it's gonna be jumping
but
on
yeah,
different
In general,
topics.
yeah. So I like science fiction. I love magical realism. What you don't. You like more spy and murder
murders.
mysteries.
Yeah, because I like investigating and like finding out things.
You like police procedurals as well.
I do.
Yeah, which I'm.
It depends on the
for
police
me-
procedurals, not
yeah,
everything.
for me it does because
There needs to be someone eccentric in it, right?
some of the I don't like American propaganda either. It sort of winds me up.
Whatever. Well,
Well, it's like the thing that really annoys me is like when someone asks for a lawyer, and it's like
it's like bad.
it's like a bad thing to do. It's like no, if you're arrested, ask for a lawyer
what?
immediately.
This is what I'm
And,
telling
like,
you.
it's
It's,
it's like-
bloody fiction.
it's
Why
like-
are you getting annoyed? I'm
But
watching
what-
it because it's fictional.
I tell you,
But at the same time, it kind of there's probably some hints of truth in it in
Yeah.
terms of like how they investigate, how what types of problems they encounter. maybe we can discuss this in another topic.
Okay, but
Maybe we discuss Tenet, and then because that is kind of like a crossover between magical realism.
is this for the next episode?
And spy films.
Yeah.
And then maybe we could discuss some police procedural.
Police proceed. My problem with
Yeah,
in
exactly.
particular American police procedural.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. That's good for next time.
All right. Okay.
Well,
So
thank you for listening.
thank you, and
We need to figure out an
enjoyable.
outro because we always like ramble at the end.
yeah, exactly.
Well,
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Okay. Good stuff.
Ah, I
No,
thought you were
cheating.
prepared.
Well, no, I'll cut out my
Disappointed.
research time. Hold on.
No, you won't cut this out.